ready for the main event of the evening. The following contest is a triple threat match for the new Texas Pro Championship.
My goodness.
Now, gentlemen, let's talk about this going in, because this matchup has changed multiple times over the course of the past 48 hours. It started off as a singles bout, first announced Stephen Wolf taking on the bounty hunter Brian Keith. However, Brian Keith, other commitments, could not compete here tonight. Then it became a singles contest. Stephen Wolf, Mason D. Madden in his very first singles contest. Opportunity at the new Texas Pro title. Now, Erik Lockhart, as of just hours ago, cashing in his shot and earning himself an opportunity in what is now a three-way matchup for the new Texas Pro Championship. Main event here tonight, Lone Star 4.
Yeah, I think Aaron Lockhart definitely riding emotion here, right? It probably benefits, the chaos benefits him the most. He's riding out the benefit that he feels like he's shortchanged. He feels like he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder coming into this. So he's riding emotion. The changes are not going to affect that emotion. It's basically driving it. The other team, Stephen Wolf definitely had a game plan for BK. Definitely planned all month long to see what that game plan was going to be to beat BK. Now that's out the window. He probably started that game plan on a one-on-one match. Now it's a triple threat. How fast can he think? How fast can he bring up something else?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a testament to the type of champion that we're going to be Stephen Wolf become here in New Texas Pro Wrestling.
Now, I think that this gentleman right here may be at the biggest disadvantage, and let me explain why. It's a home field advantage for both Aaron Lockhart and Stephen Wolf. This man right here, right, 90 days ago he had a decision to make. Do I reinvent myself, or do I double down on who I am and prove that I am a superstar, right? He had to make that choice. It can go either way. It can be a success either way. It can be a complete failure either way. He's bet on himself. He's here in a foreign town, a different town. Stephen Wolf showed up, he knew where he was going to sit. Mason had to figure out where in the locker room he fit. Stephen spent all that time strategizing. Mason said, hey, where do I sit? Where do I walk in? Where's the entranceway? All that time he had to account for. I think that puts him at a strange disadvantage. He had to think all day, how are these fans going to react to me? Are they going to buy my 8x10s? Are they going to buy my merchandise? Stephen Wolf already knows these fans hate him, and he doesn't think much of them either.
For himself without a tag team partner in well over that 90 days that you mentioned. We're talking about Erik Lockhart, who comes in a very emotionally charged man that we saw earlier on. It all comes down to this tonight.
Is your main event of the evening. It is a triple threat match for the new Texas Pro Championship. Introducing versus challengers, first to my right, from New Richmond, Wisconsin, Erik Lockhart. His opponents first. Next to my left, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in 280 pounds, he is the Black Star, Mason D. Madden! And there to my right, from Peoria, Illinois, he is the man who beat Brian Keith in 14 seconds. He is
Give or
your
take.
new Texas Pro Champion, whether you like it or not. The Wolf of Wrestling, Steven Wolf!
It's hard to find a more war-ready dog in professional wrestling than the man himself, Stephen Wolf.
You see him parading around that championship, letting his challengers know who he is.
Question remains, though, will that be the case? Will he still be the new Texas Pro Champion by the end of the night? We have the duration of this matchup where we're going to find out the type of man, the type of champion and challengers that we have inside the ring. Now, I want to point out the history, the background of Mason D. Madden and Erik Lockhart. These two men first met when Mason D. Madden was fresh out of the National Football League here in the United States, and had Erik Lockhart in his corner to train him in the sport today. If anyone is going to know the type of competitor Mason D. Madden is going to be, it is Erik Lockhart going into this three-way matchup.
And you can wonder, since you said Lockhart had a hand in training Madden, it could be a matter of, I showed you everything that you need to know, not everything that I know.
Do you look at the reality of the situation? Mason D. Madden did train in other areas, of course, out of here in Houston, Texas, at a variety of other schools. He spent this time at the WWE Performance Center. You are obviously going to improve in your skills over those two things. However, it's been quite a long time that Erik Lockhart and Mason D. Madden have stepped into the ring. Right now, their eyes have not locked with one another because the focus, the attention has been set on Stephen Wolf.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Stephen Wolf for a second. You talk about those opportunities that Mason Madden has had, right? Stephen Wolf was a failed physical away from some of those same opportunities. You look at these three gentlemen, they all almost have something that the other wants, right? Aaron Lockhart wants to be the face of New Texas. He wants to prove that he can do that. Stephen Wolf wants those opportunities that Mason has had. And Mason, starting this new journey on this independent scene, wants the adulation that Erik Lockhart has, right? They all have something that the other one wants.
It's going to be Mason Madden who's going to utilize the power that he does hold from his time in the NFL, from his time as a professional athlete. Nico knee. Look at this.
Wow.
I can do this in the Fed.
Oh, beautiful. He didn't do that in the Fed.
I didn't know he was in the FDA.
Nope. Hey, look at this.
Oh, whoa.
Everyone rolled up here. Nope.
Lockhart and Madden momentarily working together. Now, being the only ones left standing in the ring, show of respect. It looks like they're going to go one-on-one here now.
Yeah, and it's teacher versus student, but these are very two different athletes. When you look at their styles, Erik Lockhart might have been involved in the training of Mason D. Madden. They wrestle very different stylistically because Mason D. Madden eventually came into his own physicality, came into his own size and strength. It's a size and strength that differ from Erik Lockhart. That doesn't mean you should write Lockhart off, though, whatsoever.
It's different challenges, right? It's different styles and different challenges that present themselves to you. he was in a land of giants, let's be honest. Now, he's a giant himself. You have to adapt to that.
Ooh. Diving double axe handle off that top rope. Mason D. Madden yet to go down except for that pinning attempt we saw earlier on. Look at this underneath for Erik Lockhart. Back elbow avoided and lifted up. Cannot complete it. Mason D. dropped down. The sidewalk slam.
Oh, Wolf made it back up to the apron, but got met with a boot to the face. Sending him back out. The champ's been a non-factor in this match thus far.
Look at this, from the middle rope, elbow drop from the heavens, cover and kick out once more.
Only a 1 count, and guys, triple threat rules. The champion doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose the championship here.
And we're talking a 33 1/3 chance, and those numbers spell disaster for Stephen Wolf if they are not in his favor tonight. Mason D. Watch out. Leg lariat's going to take him down. Cut down. Cover here. Watch out. Kick out for Erik Lockhart.
When we talked a lot about strategy, it looks like over those 90 days, Mason had a lot of things in mind that he is willing into reality here.
Oh, right there, knee to the face right there, sending Madden stunned. Springboard up. Oh, got caught.
Oh, yeah, caught. Hand around the throat. Watch out.
Wow. Flipped him inside out onto Lockhart.
Cover here. Kick out once more. The new Texas Pro Championship on the line. We're talking about the very first time Mason Madden has ever challenged for this here championship. You know he doesn't want to walk away empty-handed.
Oh, absolutely not. This is a huge springboard, right? He puts a stamp on his debut back here in independent wrestling.
All right, Ronnie.
If he picks up that new Texas Championship.
We're talking about one of the most highly viewed professional wrestling promotions on IWTV, that you are watching us on right now. We are talking about the premier company in the state of Texas. You want to talk about going back on the map off of national exposure? This is the way to do it. Look at this, up, down, tornado DDT. Oh, gosh.
Brutal combination of a DDT and knee right there from Lockhart and Wolf.
Yeah, if Mason could pick up this title, it'd be semi-reminiscent of a James Gibson picking up the Ring of Honor title when he came back to the Independence.
Wow.
Absolutely. Oh.
Good reference there, Biff.
And immediately dumping Lockhart to the outside. Separation, cover.
Oh, wow.
And Mason D just launches him
very nice.
Up and over, splash again, cover, and kicked out again. Wow. I like what we're seeing right now at a Mason D. Madden. Keep in mind, this is the first time he's not had someone to tag out to on the independent scene. Not exactly a singles matchup like he expected. You talked about the planning of Stephen Wolf changing. Think about the planning of Mason D. Madden.
Yeah, and the pacing, right? When you're in that tag team environment, you're able to go in short spurts. When you're in there by yourself, you've got to pace yourself. Well, you can't just do everything all at once.
Even the fact that 48 hours ago is when he was announced he would be competing in a championship matchup. That raises the stakes. Before, we just knew he'd be in singles competition, but didn't exactly know where. Look at this. Erik Lockhart has Stephen Wolf on the shoulders. Long dart up through the top.
And Erik is just so smooth in everything that he does.
And Lockhart and Wolf, no strangers to one another. Spent most of this past year facing one another for that 6-shooter contract in a variety of different matches because it was disputed on who was the rightful owner of it.
When you see a guy like Erik Lockhart, who is a guy that helps out the students and helps in the training, right? There's that adage that you don't really know something unless you can teach it. And when you get those reps, it just makes you so smooth and so solid on these maneuvers and these techniques.
Oh,
and these back shots being laid in right now. Hard back shots.
And when you're a human beast, it makes you fundamentally solid on those strikes. My God.
Yeah, devastating.
Oh, man. Punched him right in the liver.
And could this be, don't tell me, a back shot from Mason D. Madden?
That's for jerks, man.
And that can't feel good for Stephen Wolf.
And boys, after all, he doesn't have to be here grinding on the indies. He is a model after all.
Right, you're right about that.
Definitely has
looks.
experience.
Heard his agency dropped him though. Here we go. Mason D was looking for that boot, not going to connect. Look at the strength here though. Wolf manages to get out of the way, chop to the chest. Wow, look at the way to chop down the redwood. Here it is.
Oh,
drop kick
drop.
off the middle. Off the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cover here, do we see? No.
That close to having a new champion.
I've said on past occasions that I think Stephen Wolf is the top athlete in Texas, in this region. Up against a former NFL athlete, putting that theory to test right here.
A little bit of band tuning here.
Oh, no one home there. Over the top he goes, and down to the outside from a kick from Wolf.
And we could be seeing the plancha. There it is. Connects. Wait a minute.
Caught him though. Spun him around. Ducks the elbow up top.
Oh
my God, that moonsault is beautiful, and he snatched him right out of the air.
That's the competitor that Mason Madden is. Watch out for Lockhart.
And that's the competitor Erik Lockhart is.
These three athletes are otherworldly when it comes to their skill, when it comes to their passion for professional wrestling. It's what drives them forward in moments like this where you think they'd be down and out, but they still keep going.
That's how much that new Texas Pro Championship means to all three individuals in this matchup.
Yeah, and tip of the cap to Erik Lockhart. That dude is a supreme athlete as well. Most times, he's going to be the most athletic guy in the match. Here, he's number 3, let's be honest. And it's just that heart and drive that is driving him through this, that emotion that we talked about.
Yeah, Erik Lockhart has been the heart and soul of New Texas Pro for a long time coming now. Just waiting and trying and doing everything you can to reach the pinnacle of the mountain here and reach the pinnacle of the temple right there.
Yeah, the pinnacle of his knee just crashed into his ear.
Like I said, so much on the line for all three individuals. You know, for Madden, this is a brand new start to his career, trying to get everything back on track and establish himself as a big name once more in the independent scene. Stephen Wolf maintaining and retaining his championship, and Erik Lockhart looking to gain that new Texas Pro Championship for the first time. All three individuals just throwing strikes at one another. Oh, Wolf didn't quite connect on that backflip as he did earlier.
Yeah, ran the kick, but then was able to shrug him off.
But
that
there you
drop
see,
kick caught him flush.
There you see that athleticism and experience right there, Wolf, and that sends Madden all the way down to the outside.
Well, Erik Lockhart was getting himself up on the top rope and actually caused Madden to slide through there. I don't think he meant to do that.
Incidental low bridge, if you will.
Yeah, Madden, I think, took it like he did.
Whoa, out of midair.
He caught him out of midair.
Complete shot.
A little wobbly right there. Unfortunately, late on the cover allows Madden to come in and break it up.
Yeah, Madden.
Jawbreaker right there on Mason. Stuns him once more to the apron. And Lockhart wisely trying to keep the big man out of the ropes here in this matchup.
I think Madden took exception to being dumped on his head on the outside there.
Oh, there's a roll up right there.
That could be it. No.
Oh,
initial D. And this is going to be it. Re-0. Cover here. This could. No.
Wolf just narrowly breaking it up. And sending Mason to the outside. Oh, this is how he won the championship.
Yeah, it took 13 seconds. And the body splash will take this one to the end. This match is over.
The winner of this match, and still new Texas Pro Champion, Stephen
Heartbreaking for Erik Lockhart. Survive and advance for Stephen Wolf.
Oh, and here comes the Dream Team.
Yeah, here comes some pups.
I mean, let's call the spade though. Against all odds, after having his match changed not once but twice in the past 48 hours, multiple game plans going in, Stephen Wolf pulls out the victory. If there's anything that's going to solidify the type of champion that you are, it's your ability to adapt on the fly. Stephen Wolf pulls out the W in the end.
At the end of the day, all it was making sure he was the last man standing, the last man with a shot. And when it was there, he took it.
Yeah, with all the uncertainty facing the matchups here, Stephen Wolf still able to come up top. And now the Pack viciously attacking Erik Lockhart.
Pack mentality.
Yeah, here comes Mason D.
Oh, man.
Madden coming in to make the save.
Talking about levels, Dream Team. Has him goozled.
Oh.
Open. Oh, slam right down. Mason Madden just slamming down the champion and chasing out
Dream Team thinking
the Dream Team.
Time for them to hit the showers, man.
Dream Team.
Maybe time to hit the parking lot.
Title in tow, heading for Dodge here.
Oh, what a night, boys. Excellent, excellent show.
Yeah, I mean, a fantastic time we've had here tonight live at New Texas Pro Lone Star 4.
Erik Lockhart. Oh my goodness. Highland's got the contract. Highland is going to cash in the contract.
This is exactly like what Stephen Wolf did.
Wolf is out. Wolf is out.
Back in 5-year anniversary, Stephen Wolf did this exact same thing in the same night he won it. Highland might be champion by the end.
Stephen Wolf is out in the middle of the ring.
He's not awake.
Oh my goodness, we could see a new champion here tonight.
You got to be serious. This is
dripping with story. Read the match.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ion is cashing in her 6-shooter contract.
And it's Erik Lockhart bringing the New Texas Pro Championship to ringside.
What? Oh, he's
what the? No!
He smashed it on Ion.
He did much more than that, Trey. He just smashed the damn dreams of everyone in Pasadena tonight. What the hell's going on here? You gotta be kidding me.
And Stephen Wolf's gonna have to watch it on replay. He's been out ever since.
The bell never officially sounded. This is
holding the title high above his head. Erik Lockhart mentioning earlier tonight felt underappreciated in New Texas Pro. As he drapes the title across the champion. But he's leaving with the contract.
That contract's not his.
That's exactly what happened to him last year when he won the 6-shooter contract.
Oh, man.
That was all the disputation with Stephen Wolf and Erik Lockhart all this past year with the 6-shooter contract.
Oh,
he just ripped it up.
Pieces.
What does this mean going forward for the 6-shooter contract?
The ink wasn't even dry on that thing, folks. This is, what a development we've had here tonight at Lone Star 4. This is, we're going to have to check on Stephen Wolf and Ion.
Keep your eye on the New Texas social media to get some updates here. We've got a lot of questions to answer.
Folks, thank you so much for watching us here tonight live, New Texas Pro Wrestling, Lone Star 4. You can follow us at New Texas PW on all Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It's been a hell of a night here for Lone Star 4. For Trent, for Biz, I am Walker Stewart from New Japan Pro Wrestling. This has been New Texas Pro Wrestling, signing off.